à droite.
What kind of game are you playing, Mike?
No game. It was a car horn. It was constant. See, when the sound diminished, I figured you were between me and the carriageway. And when I got stronger, I figured you were leaving.
Very good. I was surprised.
Not enough.
You were relating very well, Mike. But you lost your awareness for a split second.
Listening?
And thinking. Your instincts are right. Sound. Any sound is important. Now, come on.
Hello? Who's calling? Just a moment.
Mike, there's a call for you.
Who?
He won't say, and he sounds very upset.
All right, be a minute, Lee. Hello? Yeah.
Now listen carefully. I want $500,000.
Oh, yes, so would I. Who is this?
That's not important. I never was to you. $500,000 in 2 hours.
Wait a minute. Where would I get?
I'll let you know.
Is this some kind of a joke?
No, it's no joke. I'll get back to you.
What is it, Mike?
Operator, get me the police. Oh, Lee, sorry about the lesson. If there's anything to this, I'll have to stay with it.
Would you mind if I stay on for a while? See, up to this point, I have been the teacher. Maybe this is a chance to become the student.
Sure.
Mike, this one is for real. Somebody just blew the whole site out of power station number 5. How much time do we have?
See, 2 hours, hour and 50 minutes now.
I'm sorry to invade your privacy like this, but we need to tap your phone and set up the recorder.
All right, be more comfortable here in the dining room. You know, my assistant, Nikki Bell, Captain Amirajim.
I'll show you the way, Captain.
Captain, this is Lee Chung.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, Mike. Did you get anything at all from the phone conversation?
Well, the way he sounded, he's not young. Mid-40s to 50s. I'd say reasonably well-educated, middle class.
Anything else?
Yes. Sounded like a man who'd been pushed. Now he wants to shove.
And you think he's a former client?
I think it's worth checking out, Duke. He called me. Said something else, something about his name not being important to me.
All right, what else?
Well, that's it.
That's it? Mike, you're really nailing him to the wall for me. I might just be able to go out and drag him right off the street.
Sorry, Duke. Look, I had about 2 minutes with him.
Mike, may I say something without offending you?
Sure, go ahead. Why break the precedent?
I'm under a certain amount of pressure in this job, and it occupies a lot of my time. Now, you work for my company on occasion. Now, why is it I sometimes feel that my time is your time and that I work for you?
Duke, will you check the files?
I'll check the files.
Mike, why don't we pull everything from the cassette library on New Orleans street sounds? When he calls again, maybe we can get a fix on his location.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Perhaps I can help.
You joining the team, Lee?
It's always more rewarding to be a participant instead of an observer.
What is it, Mike?
No, I was just wondering who he is. What made him so desperate.
And why he called you?
Yes.
Stomach still acting up on you? Always like it when you come in here. You kind of give the place a little class.
Thanks.
Maxine? I'm at Galatoire's. Well, where else would I be? You're the beautiful brunette. No. Listen, I'm fine, yeah. I just thought I'd stop by my sister's for a while, and then I'll be home, right before dinner.
Well, we know he was somewhere near the power plant, but where?
You were just hearing, not listening, and only for a minute or two.
Okay, the lines are tapped. The boys in criminal records are running the bomb threat MO through the computers, adding your impressions of the voice. We should have that listen in a few minutes.
Okay, fine.
And we're collecting physical evidence at the power plant.
When do you decide whether or not you are going to pay?
That decision has already been kicked upstairs. All the way to the mayor's office so far. Could even get to Baton Rouge.
It's almost the rush hour, and thousands of people will be hitting the streets trying to get home.
Yeah, office buildings, factories, the airport, transportation center.
You tell the bomber where to get off, and he pushes the button.
Or pay him. And then tomorrow somebody else gets on the phone and says, close the airport, empty the building, and you pay again.
Give in often enough, and you have a world governed by terror.
Or the mentally disturbed.
Come on, Terry. We can't spend a whole afternoon worrying over a can of dog food.
Okay, Mike.
Hello?
I only got time to say this once. I'm sure this call's being recorded.
All right, go ahead.
The New Orleans First National Bank.
Go on, I'm listening.
2 names. Warren Chiardi, Marshall Crownshield. That's all you need. But you only got an hour and a half now. 90 minutes. And when you...
What's the matter?
When you get the money, you put it in an ordinary suitcase, and I'll tell you where to bring it to me.
You want me to bring it?
That's right, Longstreet. If you want to save thousands of lives.
Located Crown Shield and Charity. On the way back to the bank now.
Why are they so important?
Well, Crown Shield's in charge of security for the bank. Charity's the chief teller. From 4:30 on, they hold the only 2 keys to jointly open the vault.
And the bomber knew all that?
Well, also knew there's $500,000 on deposit. Payroll for the first of the month.
Oh, is the black suitcase all right?
I don't know. I never traveled with $500,000 before.
There's less than an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's if he sticks to his schedule. Suppose he gets eager. Decides to go at 5:45 or 10 to 6.
If they decide to give him the money, let somebody else take it.
No, he wants me there. As if we missed an old appointment somewhere along the way. Who would you suggest I send in my place, Nicky?
Mike?
90 minutes. And when you...
Did you hear that?
Machinery, factory maybe.
But it's not continuous. It's intermittent.
In an ordinary... 90 minutes. And when you...
I'm not sure, but
Go ahead, Lee, let's hear it.
at one time I traveled a great deal by train, usually in boxcar. I remember the sounds of metal crashing against metal, then separating.
Freight cars, coupling and uncoupling. You may just have it, Lee.
I'll get right back to you. Oh, Mike. The emergency unit had found some bomb fragments inside the power plant.
Enough to indicate what type bomb it was and how it was set off?
Possibly. Why?
Captain, is there any way of knowing what a bomb like that would look like intact on the detonating device?
We might have a mock-up of a similar bomb.
Can we get one over here?
Any particular reason?
No, just curiosity.
I'll send for it.
Captain, I'm not sure, but we may have a line on the bomber's target. going on in there?
He's learning to disconnect a bomb.
He's what?
Duke, I tried.
Why? Why is he doing that?
Okay, Mike.
Hello.
He's going to deliver the money, if they decide to send it. And if he gets a chance to disarm the bomb, he wants to know how.
Why does Mike have to make the delivery?
Because that's the way the bomber wants it.
Remember, once that back panel's off, you've probably got 5 critical points you must be constantly aware of. The battery. The clock, if there is one. The detonating device, the fail-safe device, and the explosive itself.
Get back to me.
What's new with my bridge?
Oh, hi. Well, we have an authorization for the money from the bank. We're cooperating with the River Authority Police. We're closing off and searching the bridge.
Yeah, but there's not much time.
Got anything, Duke?
Yeah, I got a handful of names in my pocket.
Yeah, I knew about the payroll, about the 4:30 closing of the vault, about the officers with keys.
The bank security people have already gone through the employee roster with a fine-tooth comb.
All right, let's follow the time sequence out. Now, what happens in a bank after the customers leave at 3?
Well, the tellers start balancing their drawers, filing paid checks from the previous day.
We've written insurance on enough banks. They bring in the maintenance personnel, all the repair work that can't be done while they're open for business. Plumbers, janitors.
Electricians?
Yeah, emergency repairmen.
An electrician might know enough about explosives to be able to rig a bomb. You were in the bank at closing. Might have had a chance to find out how the vault operated.
He could have gotten the names of the bank officials from the nameplates on the desk.
Duke, a couple of years ago, I did an investigation on a fire insurance claim involving an electronics firm in Kenner. The owner was an electrician before he went into business for himself. It was in 69 or 70, I'm not sure.
I'll get my office started on it. Remember the man's name?
No, not at all.
That's not important. It never was to you.
I don't remember his name at all.
Directory assistance, may I help you?
Step 1, remove back panel. Step 2, check for trigger device.
Right.
Okay, Mike.
Hello? Oh, yeah. Duke, it's for you.
Duke Page. All right, just give me the high points. What's the last address we have on him? A phone number and his wife's name. All right, thanks. This looks like it, Mike. In 1969, a man named Lester Bailey presumably set fire to his own electronics plant.
Bailey. Yeah, he started off pretty well. Expecting a couple of subcontracts from the government. They didn't come through, and there was a fire.
What is that address?
8936 Claiborne.
Well, he won't be there. His wife, maybe.
We'll pick her up. She could tell us something.
Captain, no sirens, no lights, huh? Don't make her walk out to a police car with the whole neighborhood watching.
We'll bring her in as easy as we can, Mike.
It's 5 o'clock. We only have 1 hour.
Marshall Crownshield.
That's funny. The papers are full of murder and robbery, and the police are busy looking for a middle-aged, unemployed electrician.
Then that is your husband's voice.
Yes, but why are you looking for him?
Because, Mrs. Bailey, if he doesn't get the money, he's going to set off an explosion. In his own words, could cost thousands of lives.
My God.
When's the last time you spoke to him?
Around 4:15.
Where was that?
Barney's. It's a bar on Front Street. But he was on his way to his sister's.
Where does she live?
505 Dauphine Street.
Excuse me.
Well, it's just like before, isn't it?
What's just like before?
When you cheated him out of the insurance money after the fire. You even started off the same way.
How do you mean?
Very polite, friendly. You had a nice office, and your wife's picture was on your desk. All that's changed is that you finally got the name right, Bailey. Before it was everything except. It was Haley, Bailey. And your wife's picture isn't around. Mr. Longstreet, maybe the police will take it easy on Les if you explain to them he's almost dead.
He's what?
He's had 2 heart attacks already. When the detective came to the door, I thought that's what it was about. Les is dying somewhere.
I'll be right back.
Hello?
Who's this?
Who did you wish to speak to?
Maxine. Where's Maxine?
Hold on a moment, please. Who shall I say is calling?
What you...
Yes. All right. Well, Bailey just called his house. The officer there tried to keep him on the line, but he got suspicious and hung up. The bar's been checked out negative. The same with his sister's house on Dauphine Street. It looks like he's staying 1 step ahead of us.
Suppose he drops dead from that heart condition before you get to him. And there's no way of stopping that bomb.
Got any suggestions?
No. Well, it looks like Bailey's gonna get his $500,000.
It's not Bailey I'm thinking of, it's Mike. There's only one reason I can think of that Bailey would insist on him bringing the money.
It's so hard to understand. Things were going better between us ever since he had to go to the hospital.
And they hadn't been before that?
Well, I got tired of having him blame everything that went wrong on you and the insurance company. And I just said to him he couldn't use you as an excuse for failure for the rest of his life.
After the fire, Mrs. Bailey, what did your husband do to make a living?
He got jobs as an electrician. He's a good electrician. But he'd gotten used to having his own place, and after it burned down and the company wouldn't pay for the accident.
It wasn't an accident, Mrs. Bailey. Your husband set that fire himself. He set it deliberately for the insurance money involved.
You sure about that?
Yes.
I asked him. I accused him a dozen times when we were fighting, when he was drinking. I've been married to him a long time. I've never known him to lie about anything like that.
So when we found out you were the investigator on the case, the one who filed that report, we came to ask you to reconsider.
I have a copy of the report right here, Mr. Bailey. And there are photographs attached.
I don't need any photographs. I know what my plant looked like before the fire.
And before you lost the government
When I
contracts?
first bought the plant, I just sat in the empty rooms for a couple of weeks, planning what it'd finally look like. Where I'd put the fixtures and the furniture. And when the painters and the contractors came, I could tell them the color of the walls and where to put the air conditioning. So what are you going to show me photographs of?
Mr. Bailey, they show the point of the fire. The point which, in our opinion, spontaneous combustion couldn't have possibly occurred.
I don't seem to be able to get through to you. I'm telling you what I planned and worked and saved all these years. You tell me you're going to take it away from me in one afternoon with a couple of reports, a couple of snapshots?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bailey. You have every right to press your claim in court, but as far as this company is concerned, the fire was deliberately set.
You're sorry. You tear a man's heart out. You don't even raise your voice. When do they find people like you, like you, like you?
Mr. Longstreet? Mr. Longstreet?
Yes.
If Les said 6 o'clock, it's almost 5:30 now. I don't want him to kill anybody.
When your husband wasn't working, did he tend to stay around the house?
Oh, no. That was part of his pride. He was always up and dressed. There were lots of men wanted ads in the newspapers. He'd circle those. But he never went to any of them. But I thought that he was happier lately, more relaxed.
How come?
Oh, the days that he'd put on his old slacks and his sweater and go fishing. I guess the doctor suggested that to relax him.
And he'd never gone fishing before?
He never spent 20 minutes on the river that I could remember. You know why he goes to his sister's? She's been out of town for 3 weeks, and he goes twice a day. He feeds the dog, he checks the mail to see if her pension checks have come. That's somebody the police are going to have to shoot.
If that's your husband, you willing to talk to him?
Of course.
Lee? Yep. Once you get on the extension, forget the conversation. Listen to the background. Right.
Ready, Mike?
Hello.
Is my wife there, Longstreet?
Yes.
You got every cop in New Orleans out looking for me. You can't find me, so you grab my wife and you bring her in.
That's not the way it is.
I'll tell you the way it is, mister. You get her out of there or I hit this button right now.
All right, if that's the way you want it, that's what we'll do. She wants to talk to you first.
Les, please listen to me.
Yeah, I told them, Maxine. They'll get you out of there now. You go home.
And do what? Warm up the pot roast? Les, what do you want me to do when I get home?
I didn't mean for you to be involved in this.
Didn't you? Is there anything up here that I haven't been involved with since I was 19 years old? It's 25 years less. How did you imagine that I wouldn't be in?
She can't talk anymore, Miss Bailey.
You have the money?
Yes.
5:30. I'm gonna call you back in 10 minutes. I'll tell you how to get here.
Now, don't get any bright ideas.
Lee. Same sound, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I heard it this time myself. Mrs. Bailey says her husband spent a lot of time down at the river lately, apparently fishing, something he's never done before.
It must be the bridge.
We're sealing off both ends and rerouting the traffic. I only hope we can clear it in time.
What is it?
Looks like he is going to blow the bridge, Nicky. 30 minutes. Unless we can stop him.
It's ready, Mike.
Hello.
You come alone. I don't want to see any police cars or anybody following you.
You understand?
You really think you can blow up that bridge?
You do one thing to cross me. I promise you, I'll split it right down the middle.
All right, where do I go?
Leave now. Take Royal to Canal.
Now, just a minute. Okay, go on.
Past the convention facility.
And you turn right to Pier 12. And there's an old abandoned warehouse.
Okay, I understand.
I hope you do.
Nicky, will you drive me?
Yes.
Mike, you don't have to do this. It's not your responsibility.
Yeah, I know.
I'll have a dozen cars ready to roll in on any signal.
Okay, Captain, thank you.
Mr. Longstreet, I hope everything will be all right. Don't let anything happen to him.
Pax, come on, boy. Come on. Yes.
Mike, you don't owe him anything. There's no way you could have done anything differently or should have.
Well, I don't know that, Duke. I don't know if I could have done anything differently or not. All I know is the first time I met him, his wife said I got his name wrong. Second time, I decided he was an arsonist.
Mike, you proved it.
Well, when I could see, I never saw him. Even now, I can't quite remember what he looks like. So what's the most I'm guilty of, huh? Indifference? So when is indifference to another human being a crime?
May it be well with you, Mike.
You gonna hang in here a while, Lee?
Maybe you'll be back in time to finish the lesson.
Backs forward.
There's a door at 12 o'clock.
Thanks, Nicky. Pax, come. Come. Forward. Forward. Pax, forward.
Hold it right there.
How do they guide you?
Pace of the clock.
Walk straight ahead.
Packs forward.
Stop.
Stay.
There's a freight elevator at 3 o'clock. Get in.
Packs right.
The gates are open.
Forward.
Pull both gates down.
Forward.
Follow me around to your left.
Packs forward. Left.
That's far enough. There's a table in front of you. Just put the suitcase on top of it. All right, just stand aside. I was gonna kill you, you know that. Got a gun. I didn't know you were blind.
What happens now?
Nothing. If you follow instructions.
What instructions?
You stay. Oh. You stay right here for 1/2 hour, Mr. Longstreet. I've got a bomb in my hand and my thumb on the button. If anybody comes near me, I activate it. And in 4 minutes, it blows up. So does the one just like it on the bridge.
If you and I weren't here in this warehouse, you'd be getting home just about now. Another dull, ordinary day gone. A couple of drinks at Barney's, feed your sister's dog, sit in front of a television set tonight with your wife. You're saying goodbye to that.
I'm saying goodbye to everything. Couple of days, couple of weeks, I'm dead anyway. Money's for my wife. Just gotta stay alive till I can hide it. Where nobody but her can find it. Now you just stay put.
Packs. Right. Forward. Forward. Bailey? Bailey? Bailey!
Oh.
Bailey? Bailey.
Maxine. Oh, it's all Maxine.
Bailey, listen to me. What do you take for?
Pills. Digitalis. In my coat.
How many?
2.
Bailey, the phone. Where's the nearest phone?
It's no good. Hands are spiked. Listen, when I fell, I activated the bomb. I didn't mean to. There's only 4 minutes.
This is no answer, Bailey.
Maxine.
Is that why you set fire to the plant? Provide her with the insurance money?
Yes.
A bridge split down the middle and broken bodies. That's no legacy. Better you stay alive.
I'll try. Careful. Booby trap. Disconnect it first.
Timer. Battery. Detonator. Explosive. Review each step in your mind. Make sure you followed each step in sequence. Mike, if you've done everything else right, the detonator is no longer operational.
Yes, I will, Captain. Thank you. Bailey's in the intensive care unit under police guard. It looks like he's going to pull through.
Good. Is his wife with him?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, but I feel sorry for them.
$8 million worth?
Just about. Oh. You think he'll ever learn?
Learn what?
To stay down.
Would you want him to?
Nope.